What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another review on Clutch Cinema Talk. We got the big one. We're doing it today. We're doing Madame Web. If you remember, I was hype. I was so hype about this movie. Y'all remember when I was hyping the trailer reaction? I was like, yo, it's not gonna be that bad. I got good energy, good vibes. Could never hope for a bad movie. You know what, Sony? You guys made some not so great movies in the past, Spider-Man related. Maybe you guys learned from your mistakes. Maybe you realized what people want from a superhero movie, something new, something fresh. Play on all these comic book characters and use what's unique to them and make something new and original in the superhero genre, something that feels very oversaturated today. You could do that, Sony, right? I mean, you only used $80 million for this movie. There's gonna be spoilers galore in this movie. I need to talk about the spoilers. I need to talk about what a fantastic movie this was and how I had such a great time watching it. So there will be spoilers in this movie. If you guys don't want any spoilers, you go watch the movie, you come back to me. If you ask me, you could probably find it maybe bootleg somewhere. Try and, get someone to take you out to go see it. I don't recommend you using your own money for it. I'm just saying. Should I do a little non-spoiler? Don't watch it. That's my non-spoiler. Let's do spoilers. Ready? We're gonna start off with the good. Because every movie has some type of good. Something makes it good. Something makes it worthwhile. There's some interesting shots here and there. Like there was some pretty cool shots, underwater stuff. The Coke Cherry Vanilla that day when I went to see it, it was slapping. That was hitting. The Cherry Coke Vanilla was hitting. I didn't get popcorn that day, but we were chilling with the Cherry Vanilla Coke, and it was hitting pretty good. There were some funny scenes that were unintentionally funny, but they were funny. So let's just break down the plot really quick before I start talking about the specific details of it. The plot was, you have Dakota Johnson. I'm just gonna go by actors' names, okay? She was born in an unusual circumstance with like a super magical spider helping her be born, and she's a paramedic. And then she has an accident one day, falling into the river, has like a near-death experience, and realizes she can start looking into the future, Final Destination style-ish. And she realizes that there's these three girls that are being chased by a Spider-Man looking guy, Ezekiel, who is trying to kill them before they kill her, or him, and she's trying to prevent that from happening. And that is the main basis of this story. On paper, hey, that sounds pretty cool. Someone is chasing these two girls because they're trying to prevent something happening in the future as well. So it's a battle of time, and just what is so important about these three girls? What makes them so important? Like, they're chosen ones almost. So right now we're gonna do this in two sections. We're gonna talk about things that were bad in the plot first, and then things that were just bad technically. And the fact that I'm going to go into the technical things, it's one thing for like a movie to just be bad on the plot, but technical aspects of it too, it's just... So, number one, Dakota and the three girls. The three Spider-Women. Maybe for like a few seconds here and there do you feel the chemistry, but you never ever feel the chemistry between the three. The four, actually. She's supposed to be some type of mentor type person. Not even like the kind of mentor where it's like, I got thrown into this and I don't want to help. No, because she wants to help. She chooses to save them and continuously look for information and comes back to them to help. But she repeatedly says, I don't like helping people. This is not my problem. And listen, that could be fine. The thing is, her career choice is a paramedic, someone who's devoted to helping people. So that already doesn't make any sense. She devotes her whole career is helping people, but she doesn't like helping people. And they have that whole awkward sequence at the beginning with the kid, just to establish that she doesn't like helping. It's just really weird. They could have made her do anything up, maybe work at like a restaurant. It's something that she's forced herself to do, but she doesn't really like dealing with people. And it's just something that she needs to do, and then that's why she's a little bit awkward helping other people. But a paramedic, it's not like you just randomly stumbled upon becoming a paramedic. You purposely get to that point. So the three girls, the three Spider-Women, they never become Spider-Woman in the movie. At all. Everything you see in the trailer with them in the costumes is flash forwards. Because in the future, they end up killing Ezekiel, who let's just talk about him right now. We're not going to talk about the dialogue yet. We're not going to talk about that yet. His motive. He's trying to prevent the future. So he has to kill these three Spider-Women and prevent them from killing him. Now that seems like a very, a very reasonable kind of motive to kill three. That was gonna come off way, way crazy. In the context of the story, it seems like it'd be a reasonable thing to do just to prevent your own death. What did he do that these three Spider Women? First of all, Spider-Man and Spider Women, their whole basis is they're trying to save everybody, and they would really not resort to killing somebody unless it's by an accident or something like that. They had no choice. So what is it that three of them had to go take this guy out and kill him? What did he do? Well, according to the movie, we don't know. We don't know what he does in the future. We don't know what's so important and why prevent them other than his life. There's a point where he says, like, they're going to ruin everything I built. What did he build? Tell me, movie. What did he build? I don't know. Nobody ever knows. None of the characters in the movie know because it's never even said. So the villain already... What's so important? They never say what's so important about these three girls in the future, other than that they are gonna end up killing him. That just brings me into the next part about the three girls. They never even become Spider-Women, and I feel like that is something that is highlighted in the trailer and definitely should have been focused on. You got three different Spider-Man-esque characters, and you can explore what makes them unique and different with getting a Spider-Man-like power, because all the Spider-Men are in nature the same, but they're all unique based on their experiences, their unique skills, and their motivations and everything like that. And only for like a few seconds they show like their suits, and they all have they all do different things. Isabella's character, she has like a little disc thing. She throws it one random thing at the end because, hey, look, she's doing the thing. Why is that end up being her skill? Why does I always forget the other girl's name. She have the 4 arms. She just has them. They just could have gone into talking and exploring these 3 different girls and what makes them unique and what's going to make them different than other Spider-Men and Spider-Women. But no, instead, they make 3 of them just stereotypical characters in the movie. You got the smart one. Isabella's the smart one. You got the innocent one, which is Sydney Sweeney's character, and then you got the rebellious one, which is, I'm sorry, the other guy, the name just can't come to me right now. You make them just stereotypical archetypes of movie characters. Like, when you see stuff like that, and then the whole sequence where they're dancing on the table, it feels like this movie was made 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago in the 90s, and they don't put too much thought into the depth in it, and it's just a fun little superhero thing. And it's not even a superhero thing. That's the thing that gets me really upset about this movie. It's not even like a real superhero movie because there's no superhero fights, there's no superhero power other than Madam Web, who just stumbles upon a power that she doesn't even... We don't even really know what it is other than she could just see the future. Can she time travel? Is she getting visions of the future? What is it really? And then she ends up getting a power to be in multiple places at the same time because that's what spiders do? I mean, spiders don't see the future. It's just... The whole... Las Arañas. Great name, by the way. It means the spiders in Spanish for anyone who has like half a brain. They're just the most expositional dump group of anything. They're literally in the movie to just be like, hey, Madam Web, you have powers, by the way. And we kind of gave them to you with these mystical spiders that are mystical because why? I don't know. I really don't know. It just they call itself a superhero movie and it doesn't really do any superhero things, so it's like what is really going on here? What are these characters learning? To work as a family? To work as a dysfunctional random group of people who can become a family? Is that what it is? I never got a hint of that at all. The last thing about the plot I just want to talk about is the forced Peter Parker subplot. It was I know in the writing room they were so hyped. They were like, guys, you know it's gonna be so cool. Let's just have this take place during the time that Spider-Man is gonna be born. But like, let's not even try and do the math on trying to make this actually like Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna revolve it around that Peter Parker is gonna be born, and let's make maybe the end revolve around her being rushed to the hospital. The whole this is why it feels like this Peter Parker plot, it feel like it had more, there was something about this. I feel like they glossed over, they rewrote something in post, that's why they had to change Ezekiel's lines, because it felt like it was more important to the story, especially having Ben Parker in it, because other than if it didn't, let's say it didn't, they just threw this in the movie from the beginning, there's no logical. There's no, no, not logical, but there's no reason why it's in the movie at all. It adds nothing to the story other than just trying to throw in your face, hey guys, it's Spider-Man's about to be born. Guys, it's Spider-Man. They have the baby shower sequence and they're all doing, oh, what's going to be his name? Sam? Ben? Jeremiah? It's about to be, and she's about to go like, and then the balloon pops and everyone's supposed to be like, she's supposed to say Peter. She was going to say Peter Parker. She was going to say Peter Parker. It didn't need to be in there. And I know why. Like I said, they just wanted to throw it in your face. Hey, guys, blue, guys, Spider-Man, guys, Ben Parker, guys, Spider-Man, stay with me. I have a bunch of notes here. Just, I don't want to go into too much. I'm just going to read them out loud. I'm not really going to discuss it too much. But these are just things that the script writers, the writers didn't look over. They wrote the script. Nobody went back to proofread it. Because things like this in a plot that's supposed to be taken seriously, like it's not even for jokes. Like they're not even trying to joke around with it. It's just mind-boggling. So I got my notes here. All right, we're just gonna go one by one. One, how did Dakota Johnson make it to New York after her birth in Peru? How did she get there? How did they mailed it? How does Ezekiel have perfect headshots of 3 girls he sees in his dreams? Why does Ezekiel change into a spider suit when he's chasing the girls in the subway? He was in his suit and bare feet, and then he just changes into a Spider-Man suit. Why does he have no shoes? Because if you try to tell me that he's in his suit because he's trying to be incognito, then why he has no shoes on? Last time I checked, in 2003, people wear shoes in the subway. I sure hope you wear shoes in the subway. If you're not wearing shoes in the subway, guys, just go get tested, please. Why does Ezekiel attack the police officers arresting Dakota Johnson when he doesn't know who she is yet, instead of claim the girls? Why would Dakota leave the girls in the woods when she's so adamant on not helping? How did a newspaper print events that happened hours prior, and why is it distributed in a different city? Events that happen in New York on the same day ends up being in the newspaper front page in New Jersey at a diner in the middle of the woods. Why does Dakota drive to the diner when she made it faster walking in her vision? She literally made it there before Ezekiel got there. It almost like as if she wanted to hit him with the taxi instead. Why did she immediately cut the truck off when all she had to do was wait for that right turn? How is Dakota Johnson able to leave a stolen, damaged taxi cab with no license plates at an airport? You guys try that. You know what? Don't try that, because if you never want to see that car again, then you could try that. Don't try that. How is Dakota Johnson able to leave the country when she's a wanted criminal? Don't tell me that in the past that it was really easy to get away on the plane, because this is 2003, which means that's after 2001. Why did the 3 girls go with Ben and Mary Parker for Peter's birth when all they had to do was stay in the house? Ezekiel didn't know where they were. There were no cameras in there. What gave them away was the phone call to the hospital from one of their phones. And last, I'm going to just do one last thing. Why is there a Pepsi sign on a fireworks factory? Why? Is this Pepsi World? It must be Pepsi World, because that's what anyone ever drinks out there in this movie, Pepsi. So refreshing. I'm not sponsored. I don't even have a Pepsi can around here. I don't even drink Pepsi. But hey, listen, if you want to do sponsor me, I'll drink all the Pepsi you want. I'll put a Pepsi sign on this house. I'll do it. And last, just the Final Destination thing with jumping through time is not even used cleverly at all. It's just really upsetting. Let's go into the technical, because we're getting a little bit long here. Technical things, okay? The biggest thing I heard, the ADR for the replacement of Ezekiel's lines. I'm just saying the character's name instead of the actor. I'm sorry. The replacement of the lines is atrocious. Guys, when an $80 million, you know how many zeros that is? $80 million budget. To have a character have his lines repeated like that is unacceptable. It takes the audience out of it. It took me out every time. Every time he has this monotone, I have to kill the 3 girls before they kill me. They will ruin me and all my plans. They will destroy everything that I've built. Seriously, you couldn't even at least have him reread them or something with a little bit more emotion? Oh my goodness! Every single time he spoke, it's like it takes you out of the movie. It takes you out of the movie, is what I'm saying. Because all you do is laugh at it, and it's like when they're showing this over, and time constraints and budget constraints and everything like that, but they don't care. That's the thing about this movie, and now I'm getting a little bit upset, because it is clear that they don't care. It's clear that they don't care, that they throw this out there without caring. It feels like when you're writing a paper 15 minutes before it's due, and you're writing it so fast, you're saying things you don't even know what you're saying. You finish it, you don't even proofread it, you submit it, and you're glad it's done. That's what this movie is. Nobody went back and proofread it. Nobody cared. It definitely felt like they just They went through it, and it's like for the ADR. Imagine it's like, oh. Imagine it's like for the ADR thing, it's like, oh, you couldn't complete 5 pages. You still need a chunk left. So what do? You copy and paste the introduction, and you add one sentence to make it a conclusion. You put it at the end, and it's done. Boom. Never have to look at it again. Let it go out there. If I get a C, I don't care. At least it's out there. At least I did it. That's what that movie is. The digital zooms that were going on. It'd be a shot like this, and then let me try with the camera. It'd be a shot like this. They're talking, and then zoom. Oh shoot, the other way. Zoom in like this. Mid sentence. What is that? What is that? That is so distracting. And look, I would be fine with it if it added some sort of like maybe confusion. It's adding to her visions or something like that. No. It's dialogue. It happened at the beginning. I can't remember what scene it was, but it was so distracting. It was horrible. It added nothing to the story. It adds nothing. It's not even creative. It's not being used creatively. It's just distracting. It's upsetting. What were they thinking? The movie wants to be taken seriously. And it's just at the end when you have a mix of just horrible dialogue and triumphant music and you mash them together and it's just laughable. All you could do is just laugh in the face and just say, wow, is this so ridiculous? When you have triumphant music that you could have just looked up on YouTube and just copy and paste, and you mix it with lines like, I have everything I have right here. I can see better than I ever have before. Sony, why can't I get $8 million? Sony, why can't I get $80 million? You just seem like you're just throwing it away anyway. I would like $80 million. I would like it. I think I could make a better movie with $80 million. Like this video if you think I could make a movie $80 million. Because $80 million, you know what Sony could have did? They could have went to Times Square, made a bonfire, and just shoveled just $80 million into the fire. I would have showed up to watch that. That would have been a little bit entertaining. I would have felt a little bit more respected. That they could burn the money in front of me and not lie about it instead of making a movie like this and not care about it. Just have... just to be able to release it and say, guys, watch this movie. Dakota Johnson doesn't even like this movie. And it's one thing to give your all in a movie and just not like how the movie turns out. But, like, she's bashing the movie and I don't even think she did, like, the best of job anyway. Now, sometimes it's a pair of writing, but some of the delivery, like when she gets blinded, the delivery from the last few moments in the movie was that the point? To be really just cringe? I can't even. What is going on at Sony? Is it money laundering? Are they going on a strategy that any exposure is good exposure? Are they gonna get bullied into releasing this again, just like they did with Morbius last year? Like at what point do they the first time a bad movie is a bad movie. It's a bad movie. 2 times, something's wrong. Kraven is going to come out this year. What is going to happen? Is it going to be bad? I hope not. I really, you know what? You know why it upsets me? It's because I don't want to go to the movies and just laugh in its face. And because people work hard to make these movies. This is people's lives. People work hard. They go to school for this. They study. Even the people who are not studying, they're working hard on these movies and do effects and take acting classes and just write meaningful dialogue. So when movies come out like this, you start to wonder where all this money went to. Why would something like this be released? I guess to just not waste the time of everything that just went into it. It's just, I feel like when you make something, at least just be proud of it. And I just want to know the people who made this, like, are they proud of it? And, like, I feel like I'm taking this mad serious. Like, it's just a movie, man. But these are some people's lives. Like, they make these movies, and I feel like they should be proud about it. And just, you want to entertain people, and you want to get people to go to the movies and have a good time. Wow, this is really deep for me. Am I going to cry or something like that? Maybe it's not that serious. It's just baffling. It's just baffling to me that how something could it just doesn't seem like they care. That's just what upsets me. It just doesn't seem like anybody cared. And, yeah, that is my Madam Web review. Guys, I didn't think it was going to be that bad. It's just bad more that you think about it. Is it terrible that it's, like, unwatchable? Not really. I stayed to the end. I wasn't offended enough to just leave. like some things just didn't make sense. I wasn't offended enough to just leave. You can get through it. Watch it just to see like why anything is just how. Just watch it just for the how. Just for the, not even the why. Just watch it for the how. Does that make sense? I don't know. I've been talking for like half an hour about this movie. Oh man, Madam Web. Here's my review. It's just me ranting about the digital zooms. I couldn't even make a funny thing. I really just had to put that out there in the letterbox world. And you guys let me know what you guys think about Madam Web. Did you like it? If you liked it, I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy for you that you were able to get some entertainment out of this. And if you didn't like it, just tell me what you didn't like about it down below. We could make fun of it together. And what would you guys do? What would you do with $8 million? I just feel like they could have went into the 3 Spider-Women and just make a better movie off of that, and at least get their powers, man. Come on, guys. This has been another review on Clutch Cinema Talk. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave the button over the subscribe button, and click it, and then turn the post notifications. I saved it. I saved it right there. I hope to see you guys in the next movie review, reaction, whatever it is. I hope to see you guys back on one of these videos. So until then, guys, be safe. If you see any other barefoot spider people coming at you, make sure you run away. And don't just hop on to a random, in-the-moment pregnancy. You'll be safe if you don't go. I'll see you later, guys. Deuces. Yer!